So that's the way I'm spinning it. I think if we hadn't paid so much attention to the Bears this past week, some fans may have written them off, like kind of saying, oh, they're like the Rams last year. Like they're just happy to be in the playoffs. They have a young quarterback who's never played in the playoffs. They don't really have the experience. They're running into a hot Super Bowl champs team that know what to do when they get there. I don't think anyone's like focused on that. And I think that allows us to refocus on how good that they actually are.
I like the way we match up against the Bears versus any other team. Where their strengths match up with I don't want to say our strengths, but with our not worst part of the team. You know what I mean?
If I'm doing the week, like if I'm trying to if it's Survivor and I'm trying to get somebody off the island, the Cowboys are obviously the first one that I would try to get off the island, weakest link. But the Bears would be slightly behind them, actually more than slightly. It's the Cowboys and then it's everybody else. Just because I think Drew Brees and the Saints were my Super Bowl pick, so I think they're the class, and I think everyone's very far below them. But I like our chances. I like our chances. If I had to take a shot at somebody, it would be against the Bears.
Yeah, it's because our secondary is easily our weakest point on the team.
Say that.
Their receivers aren't fantastic.
Taylor Gabriel is fantastic in my head. Nobody else's head but mine.
Yeah, but
he's in my head.
I think Avonte Maddox or Sewell Douglas can take care of him for most of the game. They took care of DeAndre Hopkins.
I mean, kind of.
Exactly, kind of.
Okay.
It's better than let him go off for 40 fantasy points.
That's true.
Yeah,
well, fantasy season's over, so.
That's true. So.
Yeah.
No, but they'll keep him contained like they kept DeAndre Hopkins.
Is it fair to say if you hit 27, you win the game? Could you see the Bears scoring? That's the easiest way to boil it down. If you put up 27 points on this Bears defense, you will win the game. Is that fair to say?
Yes. If you can score 27 points on I don't know what their points against look like for the whole year, but I'm pretty sure if you put up 27 against the Bears defense, you'll probably win. I think I have enough confidence in our defense to prevent them from getting 27.
Yeah. They don't have it overwhelming firepower. It's still good, and they controlled the ball. They were great on third down against that Vikings team. They have a lot of pieces, but I just think if you can put up a substantial amount of points, and I'm not even saying score 30. I'm saying 27 is the number. 27 is the magic number. But I respect them. I totally respect them. Just the way that they have built that team and that defense. There's so many household. Khalil Mack has obviously gotten so much attention with that trade, which is still hilarious to me. That the Raiders have single-handedly changed the whole construct of the NFC East or the NFC playoffs in general with Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack. The Cowboys were dead. They get Amari Cooper. The Bears, it looks like Khalil Mack was the final piece, and now they're a Super Bowl contender. They have single-handedly changed the whole construct and the whole outlook of the NFC. They drafted Roquan Smith. They drafted Adrian Amos a long time ago. He's been a solid player for them throughout. Eddie Goldman on the line. Khalil Mack on the line. At every single level, you're like, I respect that guy. I respect that guy. I respect that guy. Oh, wow. The only position where I'm like, okay, clear advantage, but it's the most important one. Give me Nick Foles against really anyone at this point. He's on the craziest heater I've ever seen. I'll take him over Mitch Trubisky in his first playoff game. Let's just put it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think Mitch hasn't been the quarterback that or no one thought he was going to be some fantastic quarterback. He's like Jared Goff, where he's a passable quarterback, but his coach isn't as good, so maybe he doesn't look as good. He doesn't have Todd Gurley. Jared Goff on this Bears team would look exactly the same as Mitch Trubisky does.
That's actually a fair take. That's fair. If you gave Mitch Trubisky Sean McVay, you'd see a similar product to what you're seeing right now. That's fair to say. Right?
Yeah, they're a passable quarterback that in the right system looks really good. And then if you put him somewhere else, it's not going to look as good.
Yeah, and with Matt Nagy, he's obviously doing an incredible job too, and he's boosted Trubisky's game, much like Doug has done with Foles and Wentz. They exactly. In this system, it'd be great if you go and you put Nick Foles in another uniform.
Jeff Fisher Rams.
Yes, exactly. Oh, it's a perfect example. I was already thinking about the future, but we've already seen examples in the past. So if he goes to the Broncos next year, are you going to replicate the success? No, it's all about right fit, right time. So hopefully it's not the right time for the Bears, though. I'm not confident in winning back-to-back Super Bowls, but I am confident in this not being the last week that we do a podcast where we talk about me.
Fair. Very fair.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Maybe not even in LA the following week. It's one of those things I have to envision it. So I haven't seen the Bears win a Super Bowl, and I haven't seen that team and that roster the way it's constructed right now in the playoffs or win a playoff game. So since I can't envision that, I can't see them winning. But I've seen the Saints beat us in the playoffs. I've seen them beat us this year. I've seen Drew Brees and Sean Payton win a Super Bowl. So my mind is telling me it's possible because I've seen it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, because the last time we saw the Bears was last year, and that was
Carson's first year.
That was Carson's first. No, I think that was last year because LeGarrette Blount.
We played them 2 straight years.
There was a fumble, and and like I remember that being a game where like I only half watched it because I didn't care. Like I knew the team we were at that point in the season. It was like week 10, week 11, something like that.
Yeah, we got on that run where I think we said it on the podcast. Where it was like the scene of Remember the Titans, where they're just like, oh, they're going through and they won this game, and then like the soundtrack plays and they just win like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, there was a montage point in the season where you're like, I'm not watching this part of the season. Or like I still watch the games because it's football. If you turn that season
into a movie, if they did like a movie on Nick Foles. And they did that movie. The montage would go through like those games and be like, oh, they beat the Niners, and then they beat the Rams, and then they killed the Cowboys. You know,
but like, they played a dog shit game against the Bears that year,
and still won 31-3.
Yeah, they still won, but they played a dog shit game. So that's the last memory in my head is the Eagles playing poorly against the Bears, killing them but playing poorly.
Hey, if we play poorly and win, I don't care.
Yeah,
winning ugly is still winning. Speaking of winning ugly, let's get to the Sixers. They had an ugly game. And a nice win.
Mm-hmm. They had games.
The Clippers. They had games. That's the big thing today. The Sixers are still playing basketball. Hand up, I wouldn't know. I have not been paying attention. So it's a culmination of a few things. Let me know if this makes sense. Mm-hmm. So 1, they're on the West Coast. 2, I'm still riding the high of the Eagles right now. And then 3, it's been this past week where it's the week of the year where you just don't know what day it is. So I keep forgetting that they're actually playing. So the combination of those 3 things have really thrown me off.
Yeah, for me, it's the month of the year where you don't know what day it is. And let me tell you, January 22nd is going to sneak up like a motherfucker on me. I'll tell you that right now. Is that when you
get back to school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Day came late this year. Shout out MLK.
See, in the real world, you have Christmas Day off when you go back to work.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine living in the fantasy world, believe me. Yeah, no, it's like the equivalent of the dog days of summer for baseball right now with the Sixers.
Where you're like, ooh, great analogy, great take.
Yeah, like it's like the Phillies games where like it's the middle of the season and you're playing like the Twins and you just don't care.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Or you're playing that like 3-game series against the Diamondbacks during the week, and then you have a 3-game series against the Giants out at the Bay, and you play like a 4:00 Sunday game, and everyone's just like, who cares? You know,
like you'll catch 15 minutes of one series.
Yeah,
and that's
you
probably
watch
about
the first 2 innings against the Diamondbacks, and you're like, okay, I'll go to sleep and get a full 6 hours tonight.
Go check the box score in the paper in the morning, and
is that how you get your news?
Yeah,
box score in the paper.
I strictly read like the news. I don't even have a Twitter account. Yeah, I only read news from the newspaper.
Yeah. He went from 2019 with the TV thing back to 1959. But that's just how it feels right now with this.
You check Twitter in the morning, see if anything major happened, see if anyone's face got broken, leg got broken, whatever.
Joel Embiid's face almost got broken, and then Jimmy Butler tried to break a guy's neck. So close one way and the other.
This is what I'm talking about. You check Twitter for these things.
Yeah.
Because we 100% didn't watch it.
Nope. And that 34-point loss to the Blazers was the most predictable loss of all time. This proves my theory that fan energy rooting effort affects a team. No one in Philadelphia cared a lick about that game because it was Sunday night and we were so focused. We had to root for 2 football teams that day. Not one, not just the Eagles. We had to root for 2. I invested so much energy in those games. I was sweating by the end of them just sitting on my couch. So I had no rooting effort to give to the Sixers. They lose by 30-plus points. My theory is proved again.
But it's okay because we didn't watch. That game didn't happen.
That's how it felt.
It's like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, it didn't happen.
It's great for my mental health when I miss these games where the Sixers lose by 30.
Yeah, really.
And then last night, then they get a win. In my mind, they're back on track. Nothing, like you said, it's like
nothing was wrong.
Nothing ever went wrong.
We beat the Clippers. Nothing happened.
We beat the Clippers. And now we'll play the Suns and we'll keep going. We'll end the West Coast trip. We'll get back into the swing of things. It'll be All-Star break and I'll start focusing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Joel Embiid and DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
It's like Joel Embiid and little Joel Embiid.
Also,
I feel like he had no one told Joel Embiid that he had 2 kids and they're Mo Bamba and DeAndre Ayton. Is that incorrect?
Yes, and he has a 3rd son by the name of Andre Drummond.
Oh, that's true. That's a different kind of son. That's like the son he keeps chained up in the basement.
Yeah,
that's like Sloth from the Goonies.
That's the step kid who like he just like doesn't care. Like he just like hates, you know. And I love when he dominates him.
No, that's not his kid. That's her kid.
Yeah, it's her kid. Exactly. I was gonna say that. It's her kid, but he like has another kid with her, but it's like a different baby daddy. So he like raises it, but he's like, ah. Have you seen Bird Box?
I have seen Bird Box.
Okay, it's like the girl in there where Sandra Bullock's like, girl. No, you look at the demon, so my son doesn't die. You're not actually my kid.
Yeah, that part. I hated that movie, by the way. But that part where she's like trying to decide between the kids, so it's like that other bitch's kid or nothing. She didn't even consider letting her own kid look.
It was so funny because the boy volunteers to like look at the demons or whatever, and she's like, no, I'll make the decision. Well, there's only two options, so if it's not gonna be him, the only other decision you could make was her. So it's obvious you were gonna choose her.
The ghost of Tom is like in her ear, like, bitch, are you nuts?
Yeah. That was so funny. She's like, I'm not gonna lose my own kid. My own kid's not gonna kill himself in front of me. But if the girl does, we'll get over it. We've had some losses. Like it won't be the worst day in the world.
You want to make an omelet, you gotta crack a few eggs.
Yeah. Bird Box.
Yeah.
That's the tagline for the movie.
Yeah, bottom line though, that movie was dog shit.
It was the best marketing ever though, because I thought this and then apparently it's been circulating that it's an actual theory. Netflix made that meme. The one where Sandra Bullock has the blindfold over, they made that meme. They made it go viral, so people started watching the movie. So I guess, and I thought that. I was like, literally, like, they're only putting this meme out there. Like, where did this even come from? And then everyone started watching the movie because they were seeing that meme.
I saw it over Twitter. I had to watch it.
Exactly.
I don't know why I'm making fun of that. That's exactly what I did.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it was good marketing on their part. That and they're incessant. Like I turn on Netflix and it pops up Bird Box. Here's the preview. It's gonna automatically start playing. I turn on Netflix, Bird Box. Here's the preview. It automatically starts playing. I'm like, no, just take me to The Office. Bird Box. No, The Office. Bird Box. No, it's like The Office.
This is like an old joke that I only know about because of Seinfeld, but it's like movie phone where you're like trying to order it like in one movie and it's like, did you say whatever? And it says like another movie. I'm pretty sure it's a scene from Seinfeld, but
it's kind of what Netflix is doing. Though.
Yeah, it's literally
they're just gonna put stuff out like they almost force you into watching it. You can't escape it. You know the whole plot of the movie without even having to watch the movie. Or same thing with the shows that they put out. I still haven't finished Hill House, by the way.
All right, we'll talk about that on the next episode. So that's about how much we care about the Sixers this week. We spent half of our Sixers talk talking about Bird Box.
I had some great Ben Simmons takes. I'm going to save them, though.
Okay.
Nothing's going to beat the Ben Simmons, Donovan McNabb one, but people online are talking about Ben Simmons is 22. Everyone wants to trade him and write him off already. Has a young star in this town ever faced this much like flack early on in his career? And I'm like, yep, I can think of one. Donovan McNabb got booed literally on draft day, and everyone hated him because they wanted Ricky Williams. Just my theory, my take. It's just snowballing. And it's all come together.
Yeah, I like it. What are you saving them for? Christmas already happened.
Well, when the Eagles are out of the playoffs and everyone is forced to focus on the Sixers again and they can't take a mental break like we're all doing right now, I'll save it for that because then we'll have nothing else to talk about.
So you're saving it when we don't have anything else for content.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I have a ton saved up. I have a lot of Ben Simmons thoughts.
All right, good. We're going to need them.
Because it's like online all the time. Like I can't. It's just like pro Simmons versus anti Simmons arguments at this point. Mm-hmm. And I'm not anti Simmons. I just want to punch him in the face every time he misses a free throw.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right?
Because like, I don't know. Like he's never gonna be a good free throw shooter.
But I need him to be. He doesn't have to be a good jump shooter. But
he doesn't have to be like Danilo Gallinari shooting like 99%. But like
JJ.
Yeah, or JJ. But like. Be a little bit better.
Shoot the league average. Come on.
Yeah.
You play point guard. You can't shoot under 60% from the free throw.
For everything that he gives to the team, being a league average free throw shooter.
Yeah, just shoot 70%. For God's sakes.
In all honesty,
I don't ask for much.
Yeah. In all honesty, just like shut Celtics fans the fuck up.
Yes, please.
Because if you shoot the league average, they're not going to say anything.
Talk about rooting effort and me investing all my energy. I have invested so much energy into defending Ben Simmons. Could you just go to the line and make back-to-back free throws for once, please?
Make just a free throw, you coward.
My mental health. Yes, thank you. All right, Phillies minute. It's on you. Harper meeting set up.